Hey there everyone, it's GG Sober Son. November 26th. AA Thought for the Day from the 24-Hour Day book. Continuing our thoughts about the rewards that have come to us as a result of our new way of living, we have found that we have gotten rid of our fears, resentments, inferiority complexes, negative points of view, self-centeredness, criticism of others, oversensitiveness, inner conflicts, the habits of procrastination, undisciplined sex, wasting money, boredom, false perfectionism, jealousy, and envy of others. If only. Oh, we've gotten over all that stuff. That's a load of hogwash. That's funny. I mean, that's our aim. That's not even the rest of the reading. Let me finish it up here. I just had to say that. We are glad to be rid of our drinking, and we are also very glad to be rid of these other things. We can now go forward in the new way of life as shown us by AA. Am I ready to go forward in the new life? Well, again, the big book says we continue to watch for selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, and fear. When these crop up, it doesn't say we're over them, right? Selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, and fear. And all of those other things that were listed there in that reading stem from selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, and fear. And in my morning prayer routine, I say selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, fear, fearful, lustful, envious motives, that my thought life may be placed on a higher plane, the plane of inspiration. But we continue to watch when these crop up, not if, but when. And I know I harp on that a lot, but it is so important to not get it, to avoid getting into a place where we think we're above all of that stuff. We are human beings, right? We have this earthly desire to do these things, right? They're instincts. But in those of us who are alcoholics, right, we might be recovered, but we're not cured, right? So we need to continue to watch for these things, these driving motivations that put us in conflict with those that God puts in our lives. So we don't have to we can avoid being in a state of constant vigilance, because that is a hallmark of PTSD, right? And even though we may have created trauma in our lives because of our past drinking, or that our drinking what drove our drinking, as in the fourth step, the causes and conditions, fourth steps, was trauma, we don't have to live there anymore. We don't have to live in that state of constant vigilance and trauma. That's the freedom that comes with a life with a God of our understanding. That's the freedom. Meditation for the day. This is a quote from the really big book. Quote, "He that has eyes to see, let him see." End quote. To the seeing eye, the world is good. Pray for a seeing eye to see the purpose of God in everything. Pray for enough faith to see God's care in His dealings with you. Try to see how He has brought you safely through your past life, so that now you can be of use in the world. with the eyes of faith, you can see God's care and purpose everywhere. And I was just thinking about this, man. Like, my early years were marked by fear and trauma, fear and rage, and absolute giddiness, which is, it's like anything that seemed like fun, I was all about it. You know what I mean? But one thing tipped me in the opposite direction. I'd fly into a rage. Anything that seemed boring to me, I had no time for it. I remember getting in trouble one time in kindergarten because, I actually remember this. Like, they had, toys and stuff like that off to the side. But if the lesson got too boring, I would just, slide out of my chair and go over and start playing with toys. It's like, this is boring. I want to play. And, that's so funny to me, but it was a defense mechanism. It was, kind of protecting my little inner child. So, yeah, we don't have to live there anymore. And a lot of that early childhood trauma is what drove my drinking. One of the reasons was I saw that adults like to drink and that kind of thing, and I thought, well, I want to be an adult, man. They seem to be in control and they get to do fun stuff, and rather than doing the hallmark traits of an adult with responsibility and stuff like that, I wanted a cheat code, right, that would get me there sooner. So I thought, right, drinking, smoking, that kind of thing is what adults did, and I wanted to get there faster. So to me, it was a cheat code. I didn't think of it consciously, but I wanted to act like an adult. And that's what I saw. Rather than hard work, responsibility, care, and protection, I wanted smoking, drinking, having a good time. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may have a seeing eye. Both of them, actually, not just one. I pray that with the eye of faith, I may see God's purpose everywhere. Yes. All it took was a shift, right? Just a shift in understanding of who my higher power is, and that he is a good, benevolent God, in my case, right? If I choose to see that. And it's getting so much better day by day. So I'll keep coming back. I hope y'all do too. Look up, aim up, rise up.